buying a home. For generations, this has been the dream, the symbol of stability, security, and a place to belong. Yet, for millions of people around the world today, that dream feels more like a distant illusion. Recent reports, including NBC's Homebuyer Index, show how difficult it has become in the United States. But when we look globally, the crisis is even clearer. Rising prices, stagnant wages, and deepening inequality have made housing one of the greatest challenges of our age. Let's explore together what this data tells us, why it matters, and how the Quran's timeless wisdom can help us rethink the meaning of home, fairness, and justice in society. Around the world, housing affordability is measured by the ratio of home price to income. Economists say that if a house costs 3 times the average yearly income, it is considered affordable. But today, very few cities meet that standard. Consider Hong Kong, where home prices are now 14.4 times the average income, making it the least affordable city in the world. In Sydney, Australia, the ratio is 13.8 times, while in Vancouver, Canada, it is 11.8 times. London stands at around 9.1 times income. In these cities, ordinary families cannot hope to buy without decades of sacrifice, and the crisis doesn't stop with wealthy countries. In Ethiopia and Cameroon, data shows it would take 46 to 47 years of average income to purchase a home. Imagine working your entire life and still unable to own a place to live. Across Africa, countries like Egypt, Morocco, and Tunisia face similar challenges, where housing markets have drifted far beyond the reach of middle-class families. Australia offers another stark example. No major city there qualifies as affordable. In Adelaide, homes average nearly 10 times the local income. In Sydney and Melbourne, the multiple is even higher. Home ownership, once a normal milestone, has now become a privilege for the wealthy few. Even in Asia, the gap is striking. Hong Kong, as we saw, is the most unaffordable city worldwide. Yet, not far away, Singapore shows a different story. With government planning and strong housing policies, its ratio stands at around 3.8 times income. Still not cheap, but far more accessible compared to its neighbors. Globally, researchers estimate that in developing cities, the average price-to-income ratio is 7 to 8 times. That means an average worker must spend 8 full years of salary before food, healthcare, or education just to buy a home. This paints a clear picture. The struggle for housing is not limited to one country or region. It is a global crisis. And the human cost is immense. Without affordable housing, families face instability, children lose educational opportunities, and societies become divided between those who own and those who are permanently left out. The Quran speaks directly to the responsibility of ensuring fairness in basic human needs. In Surah Al-Isra, chapter 17, verse 26, it says, "And give the relative his right, and the poor, and the traveler, but do not spend wastefully." This verse reminds us that our resources must serve the needs of people, not be wasted on speculation while others are left without shelter. Speculation is in fact one of the main drivers of the housing crisis. Investors buying multiple homes, keeping them empty, or treating property as a financial game distort the market. The Quran warns against this kind of imbalance. In Surah Al-Hashr, chapter 59, verse 7, it says, "So that it will not be a perpetual distribution among the rich from among you." Wealth, including homes, should not be concentrated in the hands of a few, while the majority are excluded. Science and psychology also back this wisdom. Studies show that housing insecurity causes chronic stress, weakens physical health, and even alters brain development in children. Families without stable housing face higher risks of anxiety, depression, and broken social ties. A house is not just walls, it is security, peace, and stability. This is echoed in Surah Quraysh, chapter 106, verses 3-4. "So let them worship the Lord of this house, who has fed them, saving them from hunger and secured them from fear. The connection is clear. Food and safety are core human needs, and housing is directly linked to both. Without a secure home, both hunger and fear increase. Solutions are possible. Vienna, Austria, is a powerful example. Through decades of investment in social housing, the city has ensured affordable homes for a broad range of people. As a result, Vienna consistently ranks as one of the most livable cities on Earth. Compare that with cities that leave housing entirely to the market, where affordability collapses and inequality deepens. The Quran reminds us to protect society from unfair systems. In Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 188, it says, "And do not consume one another's wealth unjustly, or send it in bribery to the rulers in order that you might consume a portion of the wealth of the people in sin, while you know it is unlawful." Housing markets must also be protected from exploitation, so they serve people, not just profit. But beyond policies and programs, this is also a matter of values. Do we see homes as instruments of profit, or as places for families to flourish? The Quran offers a vision in Surah An-Nahl, chapter 16, verse 80. "And Allah has made for you from your homes a place of rest." This verse beautifully defines what a home should be: a sanctuary of peace, not a burden of fear or exclusion. So how hard is it to buy a home today? The data tells us it is harder than ever across nations rich and poor. But it does not have to stay this way. The Quran closes with a call to change. In Surah Ar-Ra'd, chapter 13, verse 11, it says, "Indeed, Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves." This crisis, like so many others, begins with us, our values, our choices, and our collective will to build a just society. Imagine a future where housing is treated not only as an investment, but as a human right, where families, no matter their income, can dream of a safe place to belong, where homes are centers of hope, not tools of division. Because in the end, a house is not just property. It is the foundation of family, the anchor of community, the shelter of peace. To provide homes is to provide hope, and that hope is the cornerstone of a better world.